Today I will be talking about one of Nickelodeon's biggest failures in terms of cartoons. The incredibly stupid, unfunny, weird show that is Planet Sheen. We are only a few seconds in, and Sheen is already incredibly stupid and annoying. He's constantly running around, interrupting Nesmith, the chimp. Apparently, he's doing this because there's some kind of race that's going to happen. And Sheen thinks doing all of this is going to help him win the race, even though it's a race with some kind of weird alien vehicle and not a foot race. Also, I forgot that he lives in a house that's a giant version of his head. Even Peggy Hill would think that's way too narcissistic. So apparently, the things they're riding on are some kind of animal, like a dragon lobster thing. That's what they're supposed to be. I'm not really sure. None of the characters other than Sheen and Dorcas are important because they don't introduce the other racers. Why do cartoons always do the thing that's a running joke where they have a talking chimp and characters all call it a monkey? And then the chimp corrects it and says that it's a chimp, not a monkey. I mean, it's not even a joke. It's just like a thing to waste time and pad the episode. And of course, they do that in this show. Speaking of weird running jokes that go nowhere, Sheen keeps calling Nesmith his pet for absolutely no reason. Like, the backstory for this character is that he was a normal chimp and he was sent into space and he landed on the planet, and going into space made him super intelligent. So it's like Planet of the Apes. I think that's what happened in that movie. It happened in some movie. Oh, and I should mention another character named Dobby. For some weird reason, in this show, like, someone wanted to have Carl join Sheen in the rocket and get blasted off into the planet too. But then the people making the show were like, "No, you can't have Carl in here." So to get around that, they created Dobby. I think that's how you say his name, which is literally just an alien version of Carl. He looks and sounds like Carl, and his parents are exactly the same to Carl's parents too. I really don't know why they did that. It's very odd. Dobby, or whatever his name is flying with Sheen in the race. And predictably, Dorcas has set up traps all along this race course. Sheen is obviously not going to get hurt by any of the traps, and Dorcas and the other racers are going to be the ones to get hurt. So they're literally just copying wacky races. Good job. That's super creative, writers. Literally anyone can do that. Oh, do you guys want to know the backstory to Planet Sheen? Apparently, it was going to be a show that would have nothing at all to do with Jimmy Neutron. And it was going to be a serious show about a pizza delivery guy somehow getting sent into space. And I guess the executives were basically like, we like the space idea, but we're gonna change everything else and have it be a spin-off about the most annoying character in a pre-existing show. I have nothing against Jimmy Neutron version of Sheen. He was a really good character, pretty funny, but that's because they never focused on him that much. And in episodes that did focus on him, they still had Jimmy and Carl and all the others. And yeah, literally no one asked for anything to do with Jimmy Neutron at that point, because this has been years since the show ended. For some reason, on this planet, there's a canyon that just has a bunch of tornadoes everywhere, and Sheen and the other racers have to fly through there. They all have sails attached to their creatures to help them get through. And Dorcas, breaks Sheen's sail, but it's completely fine. Nothing really happens. They somehow get out of it without getting hurt or anything. Now there are these dinosaur-like creatures that are chasing everyone. So Dorcas and his tiny little sidekick Pinto, I think that's his name, they start throwing snacks into the other racers' baskets that they're sitting on. And this is a really stupid idea because the thing Dorcas is on runs into a rock, and the little sidekick guy drops the snacks into their basket. So the dinosaurs start chasing them to try and eat the snacks. But the snacks were already in the basket because the sidekick was holding them. But the dinosaurs didn't try to go after them until they spilled everywhere. It doesn't make any sense. Why? Why would the writers do something this stupid? I mean, I know this is Planet Sheen, so obviously the writers didn't care. But it's weird. Now they're in a cave, and the sidekick put up wooden planks on the top of the cave so that Sheen would get hit and get knocked out. But then Sheen presses an invert button that somehow turns the creature upside down, so they're safe, and Dorcas flies right above Sheen's creature, so they keep constantly getting hit in the face. Well, Dorcas does. His sidekick is fine because he's super small and can fly. But after getting hit by 50 wooden planks, Sheen and Dorcas both press the inverter button at the exact same time, so it flips them upside down, and then Dorcas gets hit by a bunch of cactuses that were in the entry of the cave, or the exit. And meanwhile, literally all the other racers are just stuck trying to get into the cave because the only other racer with a name, Bob, he's giant, so he got stuck in the entrance to the cave. You know what's sad? This show actually got 2 seasons. I can't believe that. That's the same number of seasons that Invader Zim and Gravity Falls got. Granted, the creator of Gravity Falls wanted it to end after 2 seasons, but Invader Zim got canceled, and this show got as many seasons as a really awesome show like that. Where's the justice in this world? Oh, good. Now they're being extra lazy by having all the other racers be stuck in the entrance to the cave. Woohoo! Time to celebrate. Not because Sheen's going to win or anything, but because Dorcas was going really fast, so Dobby threw himself off the animal thing so that Sheen would pick up more speed and catch up with Dorcas. So this means that little annoying character got probably badly injured, which means there's just one down and one to go. Unfortunately, she never really gets badly hurt in any episode. Earlier, when Sheen was calling Nesmith his pet monkey, Nesmith told him that a little respect goes a long way. So Sheen wins the race because he was being nice to his animal one time at the very end of the race. And Dorcas was being mean to his animal at the very end of the race. So his animal ended up eating him, and Sheen obviously won. Unfortunately, that's not the end of the episode, because this is one of those shows that has 2 episodes that are both 11 minutes long, packed into 22 minutes. At the beginning of this second one, the Emperor's daughter, who I'm just going to refer to as Princess, is looking for Sheen. I do not like this character at all. She has a crush on Sheen, and for some reason, she has 2 faces. she can spin her head all the way around like an owl, and she has one face on one side and another face on the back of her head, and the other face, which is the one she uses the most, is incredibly stupid. Through incredibly clunky exposition, Sheen explains that he, Nesmith, and Dobby are hiding from the princess because if she finds him, she'll invite him to the ball, and he can't say no to her since she is the Emperor's daughter. And he doesn't want to go with her because the princess does this weird thing where she licks Sheen with her gigantic tongue. It is very gross, and I don't know why they invented this character. And I don't know what her name is, but Sheen does have a love interest in this show. I guess Sheen completely forgot about Libby. Libby, the girl from Jimmy Neutron, who is Sheen's girlfriend. Yeah, maybe they broke up or something in between shows, but it seems like Sheen is a cheater. Nesmith told Sheen to just tell the princess the truth about how he doesn't want to get licked all night. About how he doesn't want to get licked all night while they're at the dance. But of course, Sheen completely ignores this advice and instead is going to pretend to be sick. Predictably, Dorcas is going to use this fake sickness to try and get rid of Sheen for good. Because anyone who has a contagious illness has to be sent to a special dungeon so that the Emperor won't get sick. And this fake illness that Sheen came up with is dance fever, which is something that stops him from dancing. So Dorcas, he got Dobby and his parents to believe that they were sick. And I assume this episode's going to end with Sheen telling everyone that he made dance fever up. Yay, Sheen is legitimately getting sick now because he's in the dungeon. Maybe one of these alien diseases will actually kill him and then we'll be rid of him for good. We can only hope. So it turns out that Sheen was avoiding the dance for no reason because the princess can't lick him at the dance because the Emperor doesn't allow it since he doesn't want people to slip and get hurt on the drool. Gross. And now Sheen is stuck in the dungeon full of horrible diseases while he is being licked by the princess who pretended that she was sick so that she could be in there with Sheen. So this episode was better than the first one because something horrible ended up happening to this incredibly annoying character. Oh, and of course, they still had to hurt Dorcas for no reason because Dorcas is a naturally bad dancer, so they thought he had dance fever too. So they dropped him in the dungeon, and for some reason an alien disease made him sneeze and turn into a pastry, and Dobby ate him. I don't know why they keep having Dorcas be eaten alive by creatures, but whatever. At least Sheen was in misery this episode. That's the end of the episode. It was a nightmare to get through, and those are great examples, along with Cars 2, of why you don't give the comedic relief. In Ed, Edd n Eddy, Ed is one of my favorite comedic reliefs ever. And to me, what makes him funny is not just the stuff he does on his own, which that is great, but what makes it even better is the reactions from the people around him. When you make a comedy, that is typically what you should always do. Have one dumb comic character and everyone else be smarter in comparison so that they can react to whatever the dumb character is doing. But in Planet Sheen, except for Nesmith and Dorcas and maybe Dorcas's sidekick, every character has the same level of IQ as Sheen. Well, actually, they might be stupider than Sheen. So every time Sheen does something stupid or annoying, they think it's great. And they think that what Sheen does is just normal human stuff. So they think he's a hero and there's no entertainment or enjoyment from anything in this show. But anyway, that was my review of Planet Sheen. If you guys want me to cover other Planet Sheen episodes, let me know in the comments. And if you have any other suggestions for cartoons I should review, you should also let me know that in the comments as well. Please like this video, subscribe if you haven't already, and thanks for watching. And remember, be kind to everyone, and cartoons aren't just for kids. Bye.